Hey everyone, imagine a world where you have an AI assistant where you can just give a text prompt and the AI assistant has the entire control over your desktop. It can do literally anything. It can send your emails. Let's say you're planning for a trip. It can go search through Chrome, find a right trip for you. It can add it on your Google Sheet, or it can also send the trip itinerary to your entire friends. Sounds like a sci-fi movie, right? What if I tell you it is possible today? Yeah, you heard it right. Anthropic, one of the top AI companies in the world, has launched a new tool called Computer Use, where you have an AI assistant which has the entire control over your desktop. But it is not available for the public yet. But don't worry, they have given access to the developers first. So in this video, I'm gonna give you an entire tutorial on how to install it, and I'm gonna give you a live demo on how to use this particular tool. I know you're curious to explore more on this, so why waste time here? Let's just get started. So what exactly is this? You know, one of the leading AI companies, Anthropic, they have launched this new tool called Computer Use. If you remember, long back there was a company called Rabbit R1, and they launched something called Language Action Model. So this one is kind of similar to that. The only difference is this one works. You can give a prompt, and based on the prompt that you give, an AI model could access your desktop and it can do all the activities which are required. In this video, I'm going to tell you how to install and use this particular tool, and I'm going to give you a live demo of how this tool works. And I'm also going to tell you the good and bad things about this particular tool. Let's start with how to install this particular tool on your device. So for that to happen, make sure that you have installed Docker first, because you're going to use a virtual machine to run the code that they have. So you can go to this Docker website and you can click on this option and you can install based on the device that you have. So once you have your Docker installed, I'm going to go to this particular GitHub page. So this is Anthropic's official GitHub page, and you see this particular folder, Computer Use Demo. This is how we are gonna run this particular project. And don't worry about this documentation. It's just gonna take you 30 seconds to install and run this entire project. So I'm gonna come to this particular repo. I have provided the link to the repo in the description. You can check it out. So, and I'm gonna click code and I'm gonna open GitHub desktop, which will bring in this, and you can clone the repo. I've already cloned the repo over here, so you can see that it is already here. If you're doing it for the first time, you can click clone repo, and once it's done, I'm gonna go and open this particular project on my VS Code. So here I have my project. So first I'm gonna open the terminal, and I have to go inside the Computer Use Demo project. CD and this. Now we are inside that particular project. So after coming there, so if you open the README file which is inside this project, here they would have mentioned how to run the Docker container as well as how to access the demo app. So here it says that I need Anthropic API key to run this particular app. So let's create one first. So that is pretty simple. You can go to Google and search for Anthropic API. And you'll be taken to this particular page, and you can click on Developer Console and you can click Get API Keys and you can create a new one. So let me call this Computer Use, and I'm gonna create a one, and I'm gonna copy this particular API key. Don't worry, after recording this video, I'm gonna delete this key anyway, and I'm gonna come back here. So I have to replace the key word over here with the particular key that I have in hand. So once I have that, I'm going to copy this code, because I'm going to use this particular code to run this entire project. Since I already have my Docker installed, so my life is very easy. So I'm going to copy this command in the terminal, and I'm going to click run. So now this is going to take some time to download all the metadata and put it in the Docker container. So let's wait for that to happen.
One eternity later.
So it took me around 5 to 10 minutes to download all the necessary metadata. So now that's it. I have the tool running on my computer right now. I can just go copy this link and go to my browser and I can. So this is the tool that we are going to use to see the live demo. So now let's take a look at the live demo of the tool. Let me give the recommended prompt that Anthropic officially gave themselves. Save an image of a cat to my desktop. So this is the prompt that I'm going to give. I'm just going to hit enter and let's see the magic what's going to happen. So it's running the agent. So it's taking the screenshot and it says it's trying to find the Firefox icon. And now it found the Firefox icon on the screen over here and it opened the Firefox window. It's clicking on the search bar and now it's trying to search for cat. But I think it might have gone into Wikimedia something. I don't think it's gonna find any cat images over here, but let's see. So I think you might have gotten an idea of how this tool is working right now. This tool is little different from other web crawlers that you might have seen. This tool literally takes screenshots of every movement that it has. It uses the screenshot to understand what exactly is happening on the screen, and it is giving instructions to click left button on the mouse or scroll the entire page or right click or search for this. It's going through all these user actions based on the screenshot that is taking each and every step, and that's how it's getting navigated to the next step. Now you can see that it found a cat image on this Wikimedia website and it clicked on right click. You can see the action over here. So now the action is to take right click. I think now it's gonna take save images and it's gonna save the image because that's what I asked for. I think it's in the right track. It knows where save image is. Okay, it clicked on the save image option and now it's gonna save the image, I guess. So I think it's done. That's it. I think it downloaded the image and it saved it on my desktop. So and I think it ended the screen as well. The image has been successfully saved to the desktop and that's what I literally asked for. I think now you might have gotten an idea of what this tool can do. I know you might be wondering of a lot of use cases where you can use this particular tool. Finally, let me end the video with what are the good and bad things that I see about this particular tool. Let's go over the bad things first. I've given an example over here to save a cat image to my desktop. You know, it's a pretty simple task, right? If you have worked on any automation script before, doing all these simple tasks is not a difficult thing to do. Ultimately, this one is an automation tool, right? If you have worked on all these data crawlers using Selenium or similar tools, you know that the ultimate use of an automation tool is to automate the repetitive tasks that you do every single day. Now, I've shown you this entire workflow of this particular tool. Do you think you can really automate the process of the repetitive tasks? Personally, I don't think so because it takes a lot of time to do. Fortunately, this time it actually saved the cat image, but I've been playing around with this tool for the past couple of hours and I've given the same prompt. Sometimes it didn't even work. I mean, of course, Anthropic on their official website, they mentioned that this is in beta testing phase and it might not do the correct things. It might hallucinate sometimes. But the problem is doing all these repetitive tasks using a traditional programming is good enough for if you want to do it in bulk. If you do it in a traditional programming way, you know that you're always going to get the right answer every single time. But with using an AI like this, maybe it might hallucinate and maybe the outputs might not be good enough. And if you don't like coding, there are a lot of no-code tools to do all these automations like Zapier, Make, etc. But here comes the tricky part. If you want to perform an automation like that, you might have to set up the entire workflow every single time. What if you don't want to just automate the repetitive tasks? What if you want to be like an Iron Man and ask Jarvis to write an email to someone or schedule a meeting with someone? If you have worked on any automation tools before, you might know that not a lot of websites really like you using an automation tool. Take LinkedIn, for example. If you are trying to use an automation tool on LinkedIn can track that you're using an automation tool and they might even block you sometimes. And the developers working on the LinkedIn application, and they constantly change the HTML, CSS files on their application. This makes it really hard for the automation engineers to develop an algorithm which can go and automate some tasks. But this tool doesn't work that way. This tool doesn't use HTML and CSS to perform an action. Instead, this tool works similar way on how a real human would do. It literally takes a screenshot of whatever it sees on the screen and uses that screenshot to analyze what's happening on the screen, and based on what it sees, it's taking the next action, which is how a human mind works, right? So as time goes, I think this model is gonna improve, and I think this is not gonna take a long time just to download a cat image, what you have done here. It is gonna be much more efficient in the future. Maybe when they release this tool to the public and let's say they do next set of versions, this is gonna be 10 times better than what we are seeing today. When it comes to that stage, I strongly believe that this is gonna be one of the tools that you're gonna use every single day, and it's gonna make our lives so efficient and productive, or maybe lazy. I'm looking forward to the public release of this particular tool. If you want to try out yourself, follow the steps I followed, just install it on your local machine and give it a shot. I'm not sure when you're going to watch this video. They released this tool just today, just a couple of hours back. You might be one of the first set of people who are experiencing this tool. I would say it's worth a try. So if you want to see more such content on my YouTube, make sure to subscribe and please let me know on the comments so I know that you are interested in exploring all these new tools which are available in AI. I can make more such videos for you and keep yourself and myself updated on AI. Thanks for watching this video. See you in the next one. Bye.